Welcome back. The undefeated Minnesota Vikings had their biggest game of the season today against the Detroit Lions, and our very own Ryan Skorich was down at US Bank Stadium and brings us a recap from the game.
Even though the Vikings have been on top of the NFC North basically since day one, it hasn't been much of a lead, with the 4-1 Lions right behind them, as well as the 4-2 Packers and Bears. But it still feels, despite at 5-0, this team hasn't had a true test. So in come the red-hot 4-1 Lions, fresh off a blowout win over the Dallas Cowboys last week. The Lions' opening drive already dipping into the bag of tricks, going for the fake punt early, but it was snuffed out quickly by the special teams, giving the Vikings a short field, and all it took was one handoff to Aaron Jones, looking healthy as ever, bursting up the left side untouched for 34 yards, and even a bank vault into the stands to put the Vikings up 7-zip early. After Detroit went nearly the entire quarter without a first down, the offense finally found their spark as Jahmyr Gibbs, making guys miss, weaves through traffic, and finally gets the Lions on the board early in the second. Next Lions drive, now down just 3, it's a rainbow ball thrown up for Amon-Ra St. Brown, who hauls it in for the 35-yard touchdown, and all of a sudden the Vikings are trailing for the first time since week 1. Vikings needing to respond, down 4, but Sam Darnold doesn't see an open Aaron Jones and instead throws it to Brian Branch for Darnold's 4th pick of the year. Lions looking to capitalize on the takeaway, and on 3rd and 7, it's Gibbs again galloping through the line for his second score of the day. Vikings coming out of halftime, moving the ball down the field. Who else but Justin Jefferson to trim the Lions' lead? His 5th TD of the year makes it a 4-point game. But Jared Goff and the Detroit offense was playing a different brand of football. Here he finds Khalif Raymond for the 21-yard score. The Lions scoring a touchdown on 4 consecutive drives, something thought to be impossible against Brian Flores' defense. After a pair of Will Reichert field goals, the Vikings finally got the spark they needed on defense. Josh Metellus strips the ball from David Montgomery, and linebacker Ivan Pace Jr. scoops it up and rumbles up the sideline for a 36-yard defensive touchdown. Vikings finally retake the lead with under 6 minutes to go. The Lions would work the ball into Vikings territory late in the 4th, and it all comes down to rookie kicker Jake Bates, who nails it from 44 yards out, and the Lions squeak out a 2-point victory and become the new leaders of the NFC North with a 31-29 win. After the game, Justin Jefferson noted missing some crucial chances to increase the lead, as well as put the game away on the Vikings' final drive.
You know, just missing out on some execution plays. Of course, you know, getting the 2-point conversion towards the end of the game, that would have helped tremendously. Getting that 3rd down towards the end of the game would have helped tremendously. So just plays being left out there on the field.
As far as having a short week to prepare for a Thursday night game, safety Cam Bynum sees it as a positive.
That's one of the big things we always talk about, is how you respond to adversity. We had a bad first half on defense, came back in the second half. We responded well, but not well enough. So it's really how we respond. And like I said, we're happy about it being Thursday, so we can get this bad taste out of our mouth and get right back to work.
And who will Minnesota be facing? A familiar foe Thursday night. Quarterback Matthew Stafford, former Lion, will be making his 23rd career start against the Purple and Gold. But all the Vikings care about is getting a win and hopefully retaking the lead of the NFC North. In Minneapolis at US Bank Stadium, I'm Ryan Skorich for Northern News Now.